Welcome to Beth's Happy Home. This is part B of section 3 of our Living Large on Little series that we're doing. So this is the part where I'm going to make a few comments on how not to spend money. And there are two reasons not to do some of these things. Some are because they are foolish, and others are because they are unethical. And we'll talk about both of those, but we'll be quick. The first one is pretty easy, and it's simply don't delay maintenance. If your car has a rattle or a hiss or a warning light that goes on, take care of it immediately, because things tend to deteriorate, especially with automobiles, but also around your home or with your machines. If you take care of them immediately, you will prevent them from deteriorating even more. The second area is an ethical thing. Don't be a moocher. If you are getting other people to spend their money so that you don't have to spend your money, you're not saving money, you're just being a sponge. And I've been a moocher myself. When I was in high school, my friend Jill used to buy me cinnamon rolls often, and I very rarely reciprocated. And I have felt bad about that for a long time, because there was no reason why she should be treating me more than I was treating her. So the third thing is, don't forfeit good nutrition. If you're thinking, I'm going to save money by not buying those expensive fruits and vegetables, and I'm going to feed my children with macaroni and cheese, which they like anyway, you're making a bad choice, because eventually they're going to have complications with their health, with their well-being, and you're also going to have problems with your health and well-being if you don't get proper nutrition. Most of the things that doctors treat from day to day are lifestyle related and could be cured with exercise and diet. And I have that from the mouth of medical experts. So another way that you might be tempted to save money is by spending money on things that you don't need, because there's a great sale on something, or it's such a great price for this such and such that I've wanted for a long time, I have to buy it now. But if you're trying to save money and you need to get out of debt, don't spend money on things that you don't need just because they're on sale. The concept is a marketing tool that is intended to get you to spend your money, not to save your money. Another area that you might be tempted to save money if you're trying to get out of debt and you're having a very tight budget to get that through that process is not to pay your tithes. And I just want to point out that it says in the book of Malachi in the Old Testament that if you pay your tithes and offerings to the Lord, that He will open the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that there is not room enough to receive. And if the supreme being in the universe, who has all power and the ability to move mountains around with just a mere thought, why wouldn't you access that wonderful promise? So don't fudge on your tithes. Overall, don't lie or cheat in any context. I know of a family who had a fire in their garage, and the fire, and they kept all their camping gear in their garage. And so when they made out their insurance claim, they claimed smoke damage for all of their camping gear, but their camping gear already smelled like smoke, and it wasn't actually damaged. It just had an odor of smoke, and the insurance company paid it. And then they turned around, bought all new camping gear, and sold all of their old camping gear. So yeah, it was actually legal. The insurance company didn't have to cover that part of the claim, but it wasn't ethical, and they forfeit. When we do things like that, we forfeit some of our self-esteem, our self-respect, and we forfeit our honor. Another one is, if you have to lie to get some sort of an advantage, then it's not a good idea, and it's not in keeping with the whole idea of striving to do better with your finances, and that will spill over into other areas of your life. For instance, a woman that I used to know asked for some apples off of our apple tree when we were living in California, when I was a girl. I grew up on the coast of California. Well, she came and she said that she just wanted them for her family, and that was fine. We like to share with friends if they wanted some apples. We had more than we needed. But she came and took 400 or 500 pounds of apples off of some of the apple trees. So a little bit later we found out that she'd been selling them, and not only had she been selling them, she'd been cutting into the customer base of a family that also didn't have a lot of money, and she was targeting those particular customers. And so it was really bad, but she had to lie in the first place. And so that, if you're wondering if something is unethical a little bit, you know, if you want to buy something and resell it, if you have to lie somewhere in that process, then it isn't ethical, and just don't do it. You won't be happy that you did it, and you're not going to really have a net gain. Even if you end up with a little bit more money, you're going to have a little bit less self-respect. So those are some of the principles that are good to think about if you are trying to save money and get into a better financial situation. Those are ways that you should not cut corners. Hey, I hope that you'll subscribe to this channel, because we've got all kinds of money-saving ideas in store, and we've got all kinds of fun things, fun projects, and I think that you'll enjoy it. Thanks for watching.